Hi, it's Steve. Today we're going to show you how to change the heating element on your dishwasher, and it's a really easy job. All we're going to need is a 1/2-inch wrench. Let me show you how we do it. Now, to do this repair, since we will be working near some electrical circuits, you'll want to locate the fuse or breaker panel and turn off the power at that location. And also we're going to remove this lower access panel, and depending on the model it may be either a Phillips screw or a 1/4-inch hex head screw. Once we've removed that panel, you will be able to access the terminals to that element and the retaining nuts that hold it in place. So next we're just going to remove these 2 wire connections to the element. Simply pull those off of the terminals and retain these little clear plastic insulators. And take note of the terminals on the old element. If they show any signs of arcing or corrosion, chances are the terminals themselves have become corroded as well, and they would need to be replaced. And next, using our 1/2-inch wrench, we're just going to loosen these retaining nuts. And slide those off. And then we can push those elements ends up into the tub, and then we can open up the door and remove the old element. So next we'll open that door up, and then we're going to pull that bottom rack out and set that aside. And then where the terminals go down through the tub, we're just going to pull that up through. Just rotate that spray arm around enough that we can disengage from the standoffs. And then just rotate the element around the lower spray arm and discard the old one. Now, before we install the new one, make sure that the gaskets are in place and that there is no buildup of any crud around those 2 openings in the tub. So begin by hooking it underneath the spray arm, lining it up with the openings, and then we'll just temporarily push one of those ends down through the tub opening. We'll hook it into the standoffs on the bottom of the tub. And then we'll fit the other end of the element down through. And then we can put the lower rack back into position, and then we'll reattach the retaining nuts to the bottom of those element terminals. And we'll just pull that new element completely through that opening. Slide the brass retaining nuts onto the end of it. We'll just snug one of those up to hold it in place. And then we'll tighten those with our 1/2-inch wrench. And make sure we tighten those securely so that we don't get any leaks. Then we'll reinstall those clear insulators, and then reattach the wires. Make sure they fit on there snugly. And now we'll reinstall the access panel. Now that we've secured the screws on that access panel, we can turn the power back on, and our repair is complete.